In part 1 of this video, we posed a question. Why has the Don never won either his home state or the East Coast in an election? Do his neighbors, classmates, business partners, and droves of employees know something the rest of us don't? Picture this. You've hustled, worked, given your best shot, but at the end of the month, the paycheck doesn't show up. Sounds like a nightmare? It's a chilling thought that would anger anyone. It's a situation that no American, no matter what their job or profession, should ever have to experience. Well, for many Americans, this wasn't just a bad dream, it was a harsh reality. This bitter truth was a daily ordeal for those who found themselves on the receiving end. Their aspirations, once filled with glimmers of prosperity, were now overshadowed by a looming threat of financial catastrophe. And the man at the center, the Don himself. A man as divisive and controversial as they come. A figure who, to some, is a beacon of success, while to others, he is a symbol of unfulfilled promises and unpaid dues. From New Jersey carpenters to lawyers, from people who build our world to those who protect it, many Americans have found themselves in this predicament. Hardworking individuals from various walks of life, each with their unique stories of determination and resilience, all tied together by a singular thread of unfulfilled promises and missing paychecks. Consider Andrew Tesoro, an accomplished architect whose creative works have graced projects across the nation. He was tasked with designing a clubhouse for the prestigious Trump National Golf Club, a job that was as challenging as it was prestigious. Tesoro claims that he poured his heart and soul into that project, spending hours perfecting every minute detail. And when the dust settled, and the project was completed, he says he was stiffed for his work. His claim led to a high-profile lawsuit that threatened to topple his thriving business to its very core. But Tesoro, like many others, refused to let this setback define him. He fought fiercely in court, standing his ground against an opponent who seemed unbeatable. Then there was the case of the small paint shop, the Paint Spot. A local business that supplied paint for Trump's luxury Miami hotel, the Paint Spot was another victim of unpaid dues. They too had to resort to legal action to claim what was rightfully theirs. Their battle was a David versus Goliath tale, a small business taking on an industry giant. These are just a few examples. There are in fact hundreds of legal cases pending. Again, imagine you have scored a massive contract that requires many man-hours, equipment and materials. You have been vigorously vetted and hired because of your reputation and previous work. The job is done, the dust settles, and you are only offered a third of the agreed price if you're lucky, or nothing at all. Not because your work was subpar or late, because it's historically how the Trump organization does business. Midwest and southern states are either unaware of this history of business dealings that has bankrupted multiple American small businesses, or are unbothered by it. Whatever the case, hundreds and hundreds of contractors, carpenters, and landscapers from Atlantic City, New Jersey, Manhattan, New York, and other Trump sites have not forgotten. New Yorkers are intimately familiar with the Don. Not the boisterous self-proclaimed patriot he has claimed to be since entering the political stage, but the man who crushes American businesses on a whim. So next you hear about a business deal with Trump, consider the untold stories. Think about the battles fought in courtrooms, and the people who dared to say, enough is enough. Reflect on the struggles these individuals had to face, the sacrifices they had to make, and the resilience they demonstrated, because in the end, everyone deserves their fair share. It's a fundamental principle, one that serves as the backbone of our society. It's a belief that regardless of your status or position, every American should be treated with fairness and respect. Until next time, remember, no paycheck is ever too small, no debt too insignificant when it comes to the dignity of hardworking Americans.